There we go. All right. So go to our handy dandy Blackboard. Do I use Blackboard for this course? No, I do not. Good. You listened. Good. One person listened. Oh, where's Blackboard? I thought I pulled it up. Where? Right here? See, I don't even know what it looks like.
See what it would look like is usually.
He can't see you.
No, it's because there's usually a 4-circle system. Because I was in here yesterday and I was able to work it because I figured it out. And there's supposed to be like a TV circle that's blue, and you hit it, and it switches to your image so he can see me. I can only see him.
It's the Russians. They hacked into the Oconee campus. Is there anything that you can maximize? I can't see the screen, so I can't tell you what to do. Is there anything you can maximize or move to make it bigger?
The only thing that you can maximize is what says Skype for Business, and that just tells you who's on conference call and who's presenting and who's away.
Okay, look down in the bottom left-hand corner and see if you see anything that you can click on.
There it is, right there. You see that? It says where it's showing that it's not viewable. You just hit that.
I really hate the smell.
Yeah, it's weird. And then you just hit start my video.
Okay,
that should do it.
Okay, did you see? Oh, yeah. Y'all are cooking with peanut butter now. Good job.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, the Russians ain't got nothing
what
to
happened?
y'all.
Oh, crap.
I think we have to stay in that tab, I guess.
I would think.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, well, here's your mouse. You move whatever you need to move.
All right.
Thank you very
You're
much.
more familiar than I am. It should be bigger than that. Why is it so small?
I don't know. It was like that my last class because I have a math.
Now, you
not
should
a math
see-
class. It's my psychology class.
Tim knows something that I don't know.
The
It should be
biggest,
bigger
the
than
big,
that. It
the
should
main
not have to
thing
look at
is
it.
you should see the Blackboard.
I see your stuff. Yeah, your Blackboard.
Okay,
I
good.
see your
That's the
Blackboard.
main thing. All right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
usually that.
Now, we're going to go down to your class,
No, it's fine.
which is 103.
Fine. Here's your shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, 103.12. That's, I think, the Henderson campus. 103.12. And of course, I guess it's up. This gets me. Okay, how many 12s do I have? How do I know which one's which? Blows my mind. That's why I don't use Blackboard. Anyway, My Lab Plus, you click on it, and click on this, and then it does this. And this is the emails. I got 5 emails / text. But I addressed this, did I not? I thought I did. You go up to the right-hand corner, and there's the shield. Remember I said there'll be a red X, or a red box, or a shield. You right-click on that shield, and you hit what?
I don't think we made it.
Okay, well then I suck. Okay, it's my fault. All right, then load unsafe script, and then right-click. Okay, sometimes it does it, sometimes it takes a second thing. If it keeps doing the circle thing, you right-click again on the shield and hit allow pop-ups. Okay? Now, you only have to do that one time because Tri-County Tech wants you to go through Blackboard for some reason. I don't care. All right, once you get in, there's your course. Then you say, okay, I've got Tri-County Tech satisfied, so I'm going to do it the easy way. I'm going to go, and I don't know if I gave you this or not yesterday. I'm trying to do everybody the same, but I might have forgot. And that is www.tc.mylabsplus.com. Did I give you that? Okay. After you go through Blackboard and get into MyLabs Plus, then you can go this way and log in. It'll log in. Let me sign out so you can log in. And it'll go to this page right here. Make sure it has Tri-County Tech. It's tctc.mylabsplus.com. tctc.mylabsplus.com. This is the most dependable way because how many of you have been at Tri-County Tech before taking other classes? Okay? How many of you have experienced Blackboard shutting down at the worst times? Okay, so I don't use Blackboard. I say that at least 5 or 6 times the first week of class in each class. Okay, so I don't use it. It's undependable. You see how it's set up. You saw that I have two 10312s, but I don't have the semester beside it, so I have no idea which one's which. Okay, so it's not used. It's not decent for me. Okay, so I use MyLabs Plus. All of your homework and all of your tests are in MyLabs Plus. So I'm gonna click on that, and it'll take you right to MyLabs Plus. Now, I'm going to go down to the coordinator down here because I don't want to change everybody's. I'm going to go make sure everybody's good to go. Does anybody have any questions so far on anything right now? Okay, what's your question?
Did he already pay for the access code in a digital fee?
I think you did, yes. So you should be able to go directly into it from Blackboard, and then you should be able to go into it from here. Now, when you log in, make sure you use, mine is H. McClure, because that's the first part of my Tri-County Tech email. I'm trying to think, hold on a second. Miss Riddle, where are you? What's your email address at Tri-County Tech?
ariddle5@tctc.edu.
Okay. So she would type in ariddle5, and then if she has changed her password from her T number at Tri-County Tech to Donald Duck, then she needs to type in Donald Duck. But if she has not changed her, if you're a new student, your password is going to be your T number, capital T, 00, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So if you go to that screen that's mylabsplus.com, you have to type in ariddle5, and then you would type in whatever your password is at Tri-County Tech. And it's one of two. It's either you've changed your password because you're a current student and you've been here before, or you're a new student, or you didn't change your password. It's going to be your T number. But make sure you put in capital T. Don't put in just your number. You have to put capital T, 000, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So that's how you go through. Now, you got two ways to get to MyLabs Plus. One is through Blackboard, which is unreliable. The second and most reliable is to go directly to tctc.mylabsplus.com. Now, I think I've said that address at least 6 times, have I not? tctc.mylabsplus.com. I think I have. So on the video, I've at least said it 5 or 6 times. Somebody will go to mylabsplus.com and try to log in, and it'll ask for a course ID. Then I'll get an email saying, I need a course ID. And then I will not reply because they didn't follow what? SA directions. All right. Simple. Attitude directions. Anybody got a question so far? All right. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to do something. And I'm just going to do this because we're going to go into this today, and I want to make sure. I think these are assigned. What's today? Yep. Your homework is already assigned, 5 and 6. We're going to go over that again. I have to go over things twice. Y'all just bear with me. I have to deal with the people that can't spell mom backwards. Okay? So y'all just bear with me. Let me hit test right here. No, not create test, dork. Go back. Quizzes and test. And where's my test? Okay, my test is not in here. So I'm going to bring in a test. Give me a second. I thought I had this already done, but evidently I didn't. I think I did it on one of the individual courses. That's why it's not coming up on this one. Yeah, I did. Okay, next. Test. Unit 1 test. There we go. And import. And okay. And okay. And now I'll change this to settings for class. Today is what? Today is, what month is it? January the 9th. And right now there's some people already about ready to go. They're going to have to go to the bathroom because they're already having fits. Okay, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. I guarantee you somebody's at Easley campus right now going into convulsions right now because they think they have a test due already. Y'all need to chill out. Okay, I'm just going over stuff. I ain't even started teaching yet. Y'all already thinking, oh my God, I got a test due tomorrow. Y'all need some medication. January 9th and 10 o'clock. There, so I can show y'all what's going on with the test. Okay, so that should be an issue involved. Now somebody's going to go home tonight and they're going to see that Hubert's Unit 1 test from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and guess what I'm going to get? I'm going to get an email saying, did I miss a test? It looks like y'all have a test today. And I'm not going to reply because they need to watch what? Video. All right, so let's go back to main menu. And is there any questions on anything that I've covered before I go into MyLabs Plus? Any questions? All right. If you have a question or if you come, write it down and then ask me at the end of class. Now, there's 4 or 5 things that you need to be aware of. And I'm teaching because I don't know how many of you have used MyLabs Plus, okay? There may be a student at Easley that went to school at BFE Technical College and has never seen MyLabs Plus, and you're taking it right now in 103. So I don't know, all right? So there's 4 or 5. I want you to write these down, okay? The first one is assignments. Now, you realize that I do have people that email me and say, where do I go to find the homework? Okay, so we're going over these buttons, and I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. I'm just facing the reality of the backwards mom people, okay? So if you want to find your assignments, you go under what? Assignments. Thank you. All right? If I had a former student here, they could verify that I do have people, I've shown emails to people that can't find assignments. And they go looking for it. Some of them go looking for it on Blackboard. Assignments. And look at here. Oh my gosh, due. You got something already due. Yep, right here. Look. What's the first unit? Let's go back and fix that because I know somebody's going to screw that up. So let's go back. And let's go to the handy dandy, is it the syllabus? I think it's the syllabus. I don't know what that is. Authentication result. What does that mean? Okay, and the last page is the most important. Remember I said if you could read the recent qualitative in a variety of disciplines. Do you know what that means? I don't. But people in Columbia do, and that's all that matters, right? Okay, so I'm going to change this. Here we go. We're going to change it. Unit 3 is going to be what? Unit 1. Unit 4 is going to be Unit 2. Unit 2 is going to be Unit 3. And Unit 1 is going to be Unit 4. Just look at it this way. Which one seems the least real world? Critical thinking, problem solving, and numbers in the real world. That's the one that you want to do last. Okay? Managing your money, that sounds real world. Statistical reasoning and putting statistics to work. Probability and counting. Okay, all of those seem like real world. But when you start hearing critical thinking, that's a Columbia word. That's something that they use in bureaucracy. Critical thinking. All right, so that's the units. Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and Unit 4. Anybody got questions? So, which one do you look at right here? So we need to start working on Chapter 5 and Chapter what? 6. Everybody with me? That's Unit 1. So I'm going to go back to my handy-dandy homework, and I'm going to pull up those assignments. Look at there. They don't have a due date. Oh, my God. I'm supposed to freak out. You know who freaks out about due dates? Anybody want to take a guess on who freaks out about due dates? Procrastinators. People that procrastinate worry about dates. So please don't raise your hand and start worrying about dates because you're putting a sign around your neck that says I do things at the last minute. Okay? When do you know when to work on 5A? When I do what? When I cover it in class. When I do 5C, you're supposed to do 5C for homework. When I get to 6C, let's go back to that handout. Where's that handout? That important handout. When I get to 6C, what's next? So that will answer the question that some of y'all are going to ask. And when I say some of y'all, I don't mean the 5 or 6 that are easily, I mean all students, okay? But this is the question I get in 5C. When I'm in 5C, I'll get somebody to come up to my desk and they'll say, when are we going to have the test on Unit 1? And I'll look at them and say, I have no earthly idea. Because when I get to 6C, the next time we meet is going to be what? Isn't this amazing how this works? You have to, what's that word? Read. Thank you. Read. All right? So make sure you read the outline. Now, let's go back to the homework. Click on a homework. Here's your questions. You got about what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is 16, 17 questions. Okay? And I'm going to click on one. Let's see if this has got what I want. No, it doesn't. I'm on. These are all, like I told you, I'll get to that in just a minute. I want to get to one that's not vocabulary words, okay? A lot of your chapter, the first chapters or the first sections, okay? Let me tell you this. I think a lot of 5A and 5C and 6A, I think is a lot of reading. Everybody with me? So I'm going to go down to 6B because I think that's where we actually get into the math. Yeah, there we go. But I don't want that one because that's too complicated to go into right now. I want a basic one like, just give me a second. No, that's not what I want. Describe the range. What are the quartiles? That's not what I want either. I don't want this. This is 2, so I need to go to the previous. That's 6B. I need to go to 6A. 6A. Give me a second. I'm doing it for a reason. Just give me a second. I'm doing this for a reason. Let me go. I'm trying to find a simple math problem that I can do in a couple of seconds to show you how the homework works. I hate this book. Okay, there's one right there. What is the mean? Select the blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here is a math question. Now, vocabulary, which is a lot of 5A, 5B, 5C maybe, I think that's a lot of reading. You're going to have a lot of vocabulary type questions. I just want you to muddle your way through that because I'm going to go through those sections and I'm going to highlight what's important for you. And I just need you to muddle your way through the reading questions because I can't help you with that because you have to read the definitions and you have to memorize. So there's nothing I can do to help you there. And it's only 20% of the Unit 1 test. 80% of the Unit 1 test is going to come from Chapter 6. Okay? So, what I want to show you here is this button right here for those people that have never used MyLabs Plus. This button right here is called Question Help. That's the button you use when you're at home doing homework and you can't get over this question. You hit that and you got all different kinds of learning styles. Help me solve this is a learning style. Have you ever went to a tutor and the tutor asks you 15 questions before they even show you the problem? That's called a guided tutorial. All right? It's where they ask questions while they are showing you how to do it. And that's what Help Me Solve This is. So you need to write in your notes, you need to write, help me solve this, dash, guided tutorial, equals questions. Now, when should a person use help me solve this? When they have never, ever, ever seen the problem before. Most of you will not use help me solve this in this question because it's asking you for the average. How do you know how to do the average? Because you've averaged what in the last 12 years? 12 grades? What have you averaged the last 12 years? Your what? Your GPA or your grade for a class? You know how to do the average. So you're familiar with this. So you would probably hit view an example. View an example is for those students that know the material but maybe have forgotten it. It does not ask questions. So you put questions and then put X through it. It does not ask questions. Look. It just shows you how to do it. Continue, continue, continue. Okay, so that's the difference between the two types of learning styles. Help me solve this is for you to reinforce what is behind the question. Review an example is just for you to remember it, like knock the cobwebs loose. Okay? Question.
I have a question.
Yes. Go ahead.
Are the homework assignments and the tests, are they timed?
No, the homework assignment's not.
Okay.
The tests are, I give y'all, I think, 2 hours.
Okay.
And I'm going to get to that in just a minute, if you'll let me be in charge. Miss Riddle, she likes to take control. All right. I am a visual learner. Some of y'all are visual learners. You like videos. I was kidding, Miss Riddle. Okay. I have to tell people I'm kidding because some people don't have a sense of humor. And here is the video. And I don't know why it's not.
In this video, we will study 3 common ways of characterizing the center of a data distribution by calculating the mean, median, and mode, all of which are sometimes called the average.
I don't know why it's so small, but there we go.
In this video, we will study 3 common ways of characterizing this called the average.
I'm trying to make it go faster, but it's not wanting to cooperate.
2 cents, $1.89.
Okay, well, it shows you how to do it. Okay, that's a visual learner. Okay? It also has a glorified spreadsheet. Now, I'm going to use Excel in this class, and the reason I use Excel is not because I want to teach you Excel, it's because I can fit all the stuff on one screen. That's why, if you saw my writing skills on the screen, I go all over the place, okay? So when I use Excel, I use it from an instructional standpoint, not from a teaching standpoint. Does that make sense to you? If I was doing a teaching, then I would be trying to get you to learn how to use it, okay? I'm not wanting you to learn how to use it. I'm just showing you the steps in a spreadsheet so I can fit everything on this whiteboard in front of me. Easily, y'all need to have y'all's projector turned on so y'all can see it bigger over there on the board over there. Miss Riddle, where's the remote control to the, it's a white remote.
It's
See
on
it?
the other.
Will you get it and turn that projector on in case somebody wants to behind you?
Yeah, we just turned it on.
Okay, good. It'll come on, and that way, see, that table is not, it should be facing that whiteboard, but they haven't got it quite set up yet. We're still working on the setup of the classrooms. And that, say, Oconee, yeah, that's temporary because they're going to fix a room like this one where everything is right. But just bear with me. Bear with us on that. Okay, so this is a glorified spreadsheet. We'll get into this later, but the one thing I want to show you is this one right here. Ask my instructor. That is basically, and you can maximize that if you can with the mouse. It should be showing my board. Is it showing my board?
Is it?
Y'all should be seeing my board. Are you seeing my board? It says homework section 6A. Does it show homework section 6A on that big board over there?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Okay? And And you can maximize that a little bit, I think. I don't know if it'll get bigger or not. I can't see because it's at an angle, so I can't tell if it's at maximum. If it's at the maximum, then don't worry about it. Ma'am?
I think that's the biggest it'll go. It won't go any bigger.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Riddle. All right. So here we go. Watch this. This is neat. Ask my instructor. And no, don't use that. I'm in the wrong. Oh gosh, that's not going to work at all. Hold on a second. I hope that does it. Oh my gosh, that needs to be fixed. Hold on just a second. Let me check something out right quick. Okay, this is y'all right here, section 12. I'm going to use section 12, and let's see what happens when I do ask my instructor here. That was 6A. Lord, if she starts getting questions from my class, she's going to have a fit. 6A. What question was that? Y'all remember?
I think it was like 9.
9? Thank you. Yeah. Please say my name. Okay, good. They did. Okay, so, and I'll put down here, and I'm going to put something funny because I want y'all to see that it's real time, okay? I don't want you to think it's going to be there in an hour or two. I'm going to put, you suck, all right? And that's what you're trying to tell me. Put a message there, hit send. Now, I go to my handy-dandy homework. I meant my email that I have to log into because I work at a T-Rex campus. Look there. You suck. Came right to my email. Now watch this. I click on this link and it sends me to that question and I go over it in class with y'all. Y'all see how that works? Now, the reason I don't have office hours is because students utilize Ask My Instructor. If you don't utilize it, what's the saying about the squeaky door? What does the squeaky door get? WD-40, grease, OIL, yeah. It gets all of those. If you don't ask questions, what am I assuming? That you understand it, we're going to keep going. If I get 10 questions, then that means I didn't cover it. And I need to cover it better. Or y'all lack in knowledge. One of the two, which is probably going to be the first one, not the second one. All right? Who's got a question on that? Okay, nobody has a question. I'm just covering this stuff so well that y'all don't have a question. Miss Riddle, do you have a question? I trust Miss Riddle.
No, I don't have a question.
I don't trust people that don't talk. Okay? I don't trust people with bow ties either. So anyway, I'm just weird. All right, Ask My Instructor. Y'all got that. All right, now let's look at the test. So here we go. We're going to go look at the test now. Well, Hubert, how much do you do? How do you do the test? Well, when you click on test, I want to show you something else that's neat. When you click on assignments, look what it has there. It has, what's this word right here? It has the due date. It has the time limit. It has the attempts. Well, wait a minute. There's no time limit, no attempts, so that's blank. And it has your score after you turn it in. Okay, what am I trying to get at here? Thank you. You shouldn't have to ask. If there's nothing there, then you don't need to what? You don't need to worry about it. Now, when we get, let everybody look at your outline. Where is the last section of homework that we do in Unit 1? When we get to 6B and 6C, I'm going to start talking about a test. And when I start talking about a test, that's when all the procrastinators need to get their work done, because after 6C, this is what's going to happen. You're going to come to class after 6C, and I'm going to say, okay, y'all, it's time for a test. Let's look at the test. And yes, I pull it up. Now, are you going to get the same dadgum test? No. Think I'm an idiot? I hope not. I'm not going to pull up a test and show it to you, and then it be the exact same test. I'm going to get to that in just a minute. But go to the assignments and look down here. There's the test. I don't know what, there's the test right there. Look what it has there. Due date, 1/9, 10 o'clock. 90 minutes. And I have 3 attempts. Wow. Got all that information. And you know what? When you click on it, it gives you all that information again. How many questions it got on it? 29. When's it due? 10 o'clock. I got 3 attempts. How will you grade that, Hubert? Write this down. Write this down. It is a bonus question. I take the highest grade out of the 3. I want everybody to write that down because I don't want you to ask me that. All right, let's look at it. Start test. And there's a question right there. I'm just going to answer A. I'm just going to answer a bunch of questions. A score, 27. I'm just making stuff up. Assume, let's say 23, 42, and 68. Next. B. Okay, how many questions you got? Oh my gosh, look at that. Which branch of military service did Hubert serve? It's the only one that's got United States in front of it. I wasn't in no daggum Navy. Oh, I thought you said Navy. Oh, I ain't no squid. All right. Oh my gosh, look at there. What is Hubert's email address and cell number? This is the one that students get wrong. Thank you. Does Hubert replace your lowest test grade with your final exam grade? What's the only answer? What?
B.
B. Do y'all see a pattern with these questions? With the answers? Oh, I'm not doing that one. That one's. I'll show you how to do this one, and it's not that complicated mathematically, but I'm not going to make up numbers for that. We'll do that later. If you look at your overall grade one day, and it has decreased from several days ago, what has happened? Hubert and Russia have conspired against you.
Yes.
That's it. Butter. Duh. And a 0 has been placed for missing assignments, and you clicked on the wrong selection, or you clicked on the wrong selection. So which one do you think it is? Do y'all see a pattern in these answers? They're what?
They're obvious.
Do people still get them wrong?
Sure.
Yep. And they have driver's licenses and they procreate. This is a negative correlation. I'm just going to put that. There is a strong negative correlation. We'll talk about that later. And heavier cars generally get lower gas mileage. Next.
I remember that.
You remember that from what?
Prom staff.
Oh, you took this class.
Not this one, but I took prom staff.
Where?
I took
High school
I
or
took
college?
I took it here. I took it at Pendleton and failed it and had to take it again. I
You.
took it online.
Who'd you have the first time you took it?
Angela Ward.
Yeah, she's a.
She went way too fast.
Yeah.
I made a B in the class online. So I mean, I'm not stupid. It
Yeah.
was just I didn't understand it.
Yep. So this one, frequency table, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that one. That one's too aggravating. And here's another one. You see that these are mathematical questions. How is Hubert's homework? This is the second most missed bonus question. Okay, I hope everybody's listening because I don't want you to miss these questions. What's the only answer that it can be? Okay, I mean, that's not rhetorical. I'm asking y'all.
A.
A. Why is it A?
Because the other ones don't equal up to 100.
Yeah, 2 of them don't make sense, and the third one don't equal 100%. That's the second most missed question besides my email and my phone number. If a student does not complete a homework assignment or a test, what grade will be recorded for that assignment? I had a student, this comes from a student that asked me after grade turn in, oh, well, I didn't know we got a 0 for a missed test. What do you think you get for a missed test? A biscuit? When does the homework terminate? A. Most of these are questions that I get at the end of the semester or during the semester. The annual salaries, that is quantitative data. It's quantitative, so that's going to be either this one or this one. I'd say that one. If you have incomplete assignments and Hubert puts a 0 in for the grade, what will that 0 do to your grade? B. This is another question I get after. I didn't know a 0 would decrease my grade. State whether you would expect the following to be normally distributed. Scores on an easy. Nope, not normally distributed, but we'll get into that. Okay, this one will change. When is the last day of class for this semester? The 23rd. Yes, this one would be here, B, but it's going to be what? Is it May or April? April 23rd. Tuesday, April 23rd. Did I give you those dates the other day? Okay, I put them in an email. Write that down. The answer to this question for y'all is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019. And that's another math question. Okay, why does Hubert not entertain extra credit, extra points, or drop in any grades during the final weeks of the semester? Why do I not even listen for that? Let's see, because my head hurts, because, okay, I will take B as an answer because he wants me to fail and live in a ditch. I will take that as an answer, but that's not the correct answer. Because he is mean, or he awards me extra points for these type questions on each unit test, and he drops the lowest 2 grades on each unit. I think it's D as in Delta. When is the week of finals? Well, this one is going to be December. It's not December, of course. Yours would say, somebody help me, April what? 25th or 24th through what?
I have an email screenshot.
Okay, I think it's the 24th through the 30th.
Yes, 23rd through the 30th.
23rd through the 30th. Write that down. April 23rd through the 30th. And that's another math question. What should a student do if something happens and they are out of class for a while? Like a funeral, illness, a high school event, a wreck? What should you do? This is what the student did. Wait until after grade turn in and call my boss and say that they got a 0 because they were on a cruise. What should you do?
Let you know.
B.
B. Communication is the key. And there's another math question. In your grade book, to find your final grade after you have completed all your assignments. This is the last week or 2 of class, and you have completed all your assignments. What should you choose in grade book to find your grade?
C.
This comes from a question. I looked in grade book, but I didn't know that was my final grade. Nope, that's your IQ. If you miss a question on a test and you believe it is correct, what should you do?
A, definitely A.
Yeah, definitely A. That gets you a lot in my class. Actually, the correct one is C. You send several emails to Hubert with the last one saying, hello, That really works. The answer is B. If you take several forms of a test in Hubert's class, I had to ask this one twice because I got tired of answering the same question. If you take several forms of a test in Hubert's class, how is it counted? B. C will be accepted. And that's it. You got 30 questions. 15 of them are bonus questions. 15 times 3 is what?
35.
45. So, even somebody that doesn't know a bit of math will make a what on my test? Will they? I'll have 27s, I'll have 36s, I'll have 2s, I'll have 8s. If you ever meet somebody that fails my class with less than a 50, move away from them very slowly because they are either dangerous, stupid, or lazy. Okay? Who's got a question? Now look at what, this is a great thing. Hit submit test. I made a 65, and I didn't answer half the math questions. But I still have people fail this class. Now, after you take a test, what can you do? You can go back and review it. Go to Gradebook. There's your Gradebook. Hit Gradebook. And there is my overall grade. I can hide it. Show overall grade. There's my grade. Show calculation. I've got a test that's worth 50 points. I'm going to change this probably. 30 points is homework. So I've got 60-something right now, 65. Go down here, and what's that word right there? So I can go in and I can review the what? The test I just took. Question. And that's pretty much it. Who's got a question about the test? Okay, so that's the two main things. E-text. All right, this is the book. If you want to print out the book, you can print it out by sections. You click on e-text. You click on e-text again. You go up to the 3 lines. Wait a minute, there's pop-up block. See that X right there? Hit pop-up, always allow pop-ups. There we go. And it'll pull up the book. See these 3 lines right here? That's the table of contents. Chapter, what chapter was that? 5 or 6? 5 is 5A right there. Go up here and hit print. Right there. So you can actually print out the book by sections, put it in a Unit 1, you need 4 folders. Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4. And you can print out your book, put it in those folders, and bring them to class. Do you need to buy a book for this class? No. You can bring a book, you can bring an old book, you can share a book, you can bring folders with the printed book. You don't have to bring a book to class at all. That's up to you. Does everybody understand what I just said? Okay, because somebody will write me an email this afternoon. Do I need a book for Math 103? Will I reply? No. Okay, so you can use an old book. You can use a book from the old Triola book if you want to. That's a Triola book. We used to use it 3 or 4 years ago. You can use a book that you got 15 years ago from your aunt. You can use your mom and daddy's probability book. You can bring in a printed book. You can bring in a new book. I don't care. Because everybody has the book on MyLabs Plus. Who's got a question about the book? Okay. Does anybody have any questions? I'm looking down here. Extra problems. Chapter contents. Go to the chapter and the section. And these are extra problems under study plan. Those are extra problems. They don't count for a grade. That's just extra problems for you to work on. Okay. Now, Easley, how many of you have used MyLabs Plus before? Okay, I see one person on the right side of the room. Somebody knock on the table on the left side of the room. Keep knocking on it, it'll switch over.
I've used it.
Okay, you used it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so am I right to say that 3 of you have never used it at Easley?
Yep.
Okay, I got 1 yep out of 3. I need 2 more yeps or no. Which one is it?
Yes.
Okay, you've used it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, no, you haven't. Okay,
Yep.
and there's one more. You haven't used it?
Have you used? No, she hasn't used it either.
Okay, so, and what about Oconee? Have you used it?
Yeah, I've used it.
So you good to go? How about you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the 3 people, if you have questions, ask me. I'll be glad to answer them because you've never used it. And if you have any questions, you need to write them down and ask me when? Friday. Because Friday, if I don't have any questions on this logistical stuff, I'm going to start what? Teaching. And then that's when you're going to be responsible for the homework. Any questions so far? Okay, Miss, hold on a second. I'm trying to learn y'all's names. And I know it's almost time, and some of y'all are going to have fits, but Miss Anya Sador, is that correct?
Yes.
I think you sent me an email. Did I answer your question okay? Or was that you?
Yes.
Did you understand? Any problems?
No.
Okay, good. You're very quiet, so make sure you ask questions if you need to, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to call the roll, and you can leave or you can hang around, ask questions if you need to. Won't hurt my feelings. Today is the what? The 8th? The 9th. Okay, you are Miss Cowens or Miss Porter? Porter. Miss Cowens is not here. Okay. 19. And Mr. Borgon, is it Borgeron?
It's Bargeron.
Bargeron.
Yeah.
That dang old France. Okay, 19. Okay, Miss Anya Sador is here. Bowen. No Bowen. Foster.
Here.
Okay. Have a good day. Harvey. Jordan. Morgan.
Here.
Is this your first day here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Make sure you go over the first day video.
I
Okay,
did.
it's on YouTube. Miss Riddle is here. Stewart. No Stewart. And Carr.
Here.
All right, who's got questions? Anybody got questions? Well, y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all Friday. Glad y'all got to see me today. That's a joke for some of y'all that don't have sense.